hand cameras and equipment over to students, they always feel like you can make an action movie or something like that. And I think that with what we need to be able to do is understand the limitations, but also still make them exciting. Yeah, they may be limitations, but they're not. You know, we have to be able to sort of walk before we can run, and that's still very, very good and very useful. The other things I think that are really important are being able to actually have something to say. Now, this is where I'm just going to end up sounding like Bob, but you can have the best equipment in the world and all the facilities and green screens and special effects and everything like that. If you haven't got anything to say, there's no point. Which is why we came about the idea of when I was 16, because we've all been there. It's all affected us differently. And it therefore would, if we all combine together, immediately tick the boxes of the intercultural communication idea, because if you can get two people working from totally different backgrounds who are able to bring together just a couple of different ideas and either cut them together or have one person at the beginning, one person at the end, or alternate taking turns or anything like that, however it works, it's going to marry together in quite an interesting way. One of the things on the evaluation sheet is when you come to sort of evaluate what you did from your original conversations, one of the questions is, did you have to make any changes? And the obvious answer is, of course. We always do. And I can sit here and talk to you and be as thorough as I like. I mean, I could spend hours talking to you about this, and no matter what I say, I'll end up doing something different, because it always happens. So flexibility is important, knowing that whatever we do, whatever we produce, as long as it feels right in terms of the way it was shot and then the way it looks on the edit, then if it feels right, use it. It doesn't matter if it didn't come up in the conversation. Be as flexible as you like in that respect. Yeah. It looks like at the end. It's about how we respond to it as an audience. Because this kind of a film product is meaningless without an audience to actually watch it, take it in, and have some feeling about it. Otherwise, there's no point in making it, because it's just this. So we've got to make sure that we are able to speak to an audience, and we're not doing it to be necessarily self-indulgent. You know, it's not about kind of our own little private diary.
When I was 16, I didn't only enjoy listening to music, I also produced music many hours every day.
Actually, I was born in Barcelona, which means that I am Catalan, and I am like most of people in Catalonia that we feel Spanish.
My parents were not at home, and I had turntables, you know. I collected discs, and they all were going wild for the turntables. So I had two, and everyone was scratching and doing the tricks all the time in my room.
It would be really nice at the end, when we're watching them together, that you almost stop thinking that you're watching a film, that you're just interested in what that person's got to say and what they're saying. That's when you know it's good, because you know you're not even thinking about what it looks like, or you're just trying to imagine and empathize with what that person's saying and go, wow, yeah, oh, wow, I really didn't expect that, or that kind of thing. So you're taking it in, and then how that person then works with the other person on each film should hopefully get us to a point where we don't actually even think about the film. Approaches, because we all worked to the same remit and people went in all different directions, and that's really, really good, because it shows what creative minds can do, and I think we should all kind of applaud ourselves for that to a certain extent. But based on all of these, I think that it would be worth, from the worksheet, going through some of the evaluation points at some point, just to think, what is it I would do that's better? Because if it does come to us using this sort of template, if you like, with students at another point in time, regardless of the age of the student, it would be good to use what we have as an example, but then also show them how we can be self-critical and self-reflective in saying, but these are the things that we would have done better, you know, so that they understand that given the chance, that they need to be thinking further outside of the box than we do, given the time we had and given the time that students would have. But it was an exciting thing. You know, congratulate all of us. It was great. Well done.